Hello.
Hello? I'm here.
Hello, everybody. We're starting now.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome, everybody, to Meet and Greet today. Thank you for joining us. Our Meet and Greet, we usually have mystery guests in the house, and we have one of our mystery guests here with us today. But before we go into that, we are going to ask some questions. First, how was your day? Can you all unmute yourselves and just tell us how your day was? Can we start from Sister Funke? Sister Funke, is she there? Okay, her audio is not active. Mr. Seun Ajayi, can you tell us how your day was?
My day was very fine.
What did you do?
Nothing really to
Spent Friday lounging. That's good.
I'm actually on break from work, so
Okay.
It's my
That's
free time.
Good.
So
That's good. A break is always good. Mommy Ayedo, how was your day? How did you spend your day? You're muted.
It's been a busy day.
Okay.
I've been out since morning till around visiting
Visiting.
those
Okay.
who are bereaved.
Okay. May God comfort all of them in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Yeah. And Sister Kemi, please unmute yourself. How was your day been? Kemi, please unmute yourself. Kemi Tuta. Let's hear you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. That's been, should I say stressful? I don't know. Tiring.
Tiring. Oh dear.
Yes.
I hope the weekend is restful for you.
Yes, so amen. Oh.
Yeah.
Restful. Thank you.
Okay. Sister Funke, how has your day been? Sister Funke, you're unmuted. Let's hear you. How has your day been? What
It
about
was fine, thank you.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What did you do today?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Sister Funke. What did you do
Hello?
today? I can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, my day was fine.
That's good. How did you spend your day? It's
Hello, what did you say?
I said, how did you spend your day?
What did you say?
I said, how did you spend your day?
The network is bad.
Okay. Who have I not called? Itoha, how was your day been?
Good evening, ma. Yes, my day was fine. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. How did you spend your day?
Yes, we are actually preparing for we're preparing for a conference.
Okay.
So we went out today visiting our BBC academics so we can update him on some of our progress program and what we've done so far, our progress, and how the school can assist. I also assisted some students today who wanted to go out to call their parents, and those who gave me wrong contact, we had to discipline them. So it was just a busy day, but it was beautiful.
That's good. That's good.
Thank
Good when
you.
it's busy and it's still a beautiful day.
Yes. Thank you.
Sister Olanike, how was your day? Please unmute yourself. Olanike Enito. Please unmute yourself.
Okay.
How was your day?
My day was fine. It was okay. It went well. I came for a shooting in a location, so I've been there since yesterday.
You came for a shooting. A shooting.
Yeah. not as in gun.
I understand. I understand.
So I've been in the location this morning.
That's good. I didn't know you're into that kind of business now. That's a good thing. We need to talk offline. Brother Temitope Aderoye, how has your day been? Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. We can hear you. Go on.
Okay.
We didn't
But
hear that.
it's been a busy period for me.
Okay.
And still busy. Conducting professional exam, finish mock, went into the main exam. I hope you can hear me. My voice is a little low, I guess.
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. So we've been into exams and combining results of the various, of course, the way we do postings in clinical school.
Okay.
Notes together and all that has been a little bit of some tasking work for me, but I'm making good progress with it. Also waiting for some results to be turning, and so
That's
it's
good.
busy, but fine anyway.
Okay. Okay. So I do not miss anybody out. Welcome, Lara. Good to see you. Welcome, Shaitan. Welcome, Theo. Welcome, Theo. Good to see you. Welcome, everyone.
Hi, thank you.
Yes. How has your day been, Theo?
Not really. I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So which do we do first? Do we do the discussion first or do we talk to our mystery guests first? Anybody? Which do you think we should start first? Should we start with the discussion or we should start with our mystery guests? Anybody?
Discussion first, I think.
Discussion first. Okay, someone is saying discussion first. Okay. Everybody has to talk in the discussion.
I think we should ask our mystery guest whether she wants to come first.
Okay. Who is our mystery guest? Who can guess who our mystery guests are? Sister Enito, who do you think is our mystery guest? We actually have two today.
I just know that it's not me.
She said she knows it's not her. Okay. Sheita, can you guess who our mystery guests are today? Let me give you that opportunity. Sheita, you can unmute yourself. Tell us who our mystery guests are. Anybody? Sister Kemi Tuta, who can guess? It's
Let me
her.
guess who.
Yeah. You're very good at this kind of thing.
I'm trying again. Let me say Lara.
Who else?
Then there's this Theo iPhone.
Okay.
Guessing.
You got 50%. You got 1 out of 2, so you've tried.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay.
So Lara is one of them. definitely. Who do you think the second one is?
The second one now. There is it will be Ajayi.
Yeah, you're just in the spirit. You're just picking the right people.
Oh.
So I'll be calling on you to be choosing our mystery guest since you always guess right. Yes, so our mystery guests today are Ajayi, Seun, and Lara, Nwulia. And we are going to be talking to them one after the other. So let us start with Mr. Ajayi Seun. Or do we do the discussion first? Are you ready?
I think
You said what?
discussion first, I think.
Discussion first. You are trying to avoid it. You are not going to hide today. Oh. Okay. Lara, what do you say? Lara Nwulia, can you unmute yourself?
No.
Discussion first or mystery guest first?
I'm good to go. Anyone.
Yeah, good to go. Okay. All right. Maybe we should have the discussion first. So the discussion is that what will you tell your younger self? What advice will you give to your younger self as you are now? So let's say you are 40 years old now. What will you tell your 25-year-old self? That is the discussion. What advice will you give to your younger self? So, Mr. Ajayi Seun, since you are the one that wants the discussion, you can set the ball rolling.
So what's the question again, please?
What advice would you give to your younger self?
A younger self of mine.
Yes.
Advice on what, please?
You said?
Advice on what, please?
Advice on anything, on life generally.
So, for a younger self of someone like me, because I really learned so much about life. So
Yes.
I've had a lot of experiences that I'll just give a very, I think the best advice to just take life very calm and easy, because
Take
not
life
to
calm.
get frustrated, or yes, just take life very calm.
Take life calm. Okay.
And tend to just get one frustrated, and just try to get on someone's nerve. So,
Okay.
so I think what I'll just say is take life easy and very calm.
Take life easy, take it calm. If someone knows how to write very fast, you can write it on the chat so that we have it written in the chat. Take life easy, take it calm. That is from Mr. Ajayi Seun.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you. Next is Dr. Aderoye Temitope. What advice will you give to your younger self in 1 minute? Kindly unmute yourself. Dr. Aderoye, are you there? Please, okay, please, you can unmute yourself, Dr. Aderoye. What advice will you give to your younger self? Are you there?
My network has been unstable. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Hello, can you hear me? My network has
Yes,
been
we
quite
can hear you.
unstable.
We can hear you clearly. Go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you clearly. Okay, you can write it in the chat box. Who is Vivo Y21. Vivo Y21, what is your name? And what advice would you give to your younger self? Hello. All right. Theo, what advice will you give to your younger self?
Appreciate and give priority to your family. And
Appreciate.
And give priority to your family.
Appreciate and give priority to your family. That's a beautiful one.
At times, your friends as well.
And your friends as well. That is good. That's a good one. Sheito, what advice would you give to your younger self? Kindly unmute yourself. Sheito, Sheyi, kindly unmute yourself. What advice would you give to your younger self?
Talk less and observe more.
Talk less.
My name is Nwulia.
Okay. Barista.
No, my son
Okay.
uses the font.
Okay. Okay. Talk less and observe more. Okay.
Very well.
Good to see you, Barista.
Same here, ma'am.
All right. Sister Kemi Tuta, what advice will you give to your younger self? Kindly unmute yourself. You might be speaking already. The question is coming for everybody, and I'm sure we will all have different answers. Let's hear you, Sister Kemi. Yeah.
Ma, so I was thinking about the advice I would give to my younger self is that I should stop thinking that my younger self is there, that I should move on forward to my new future. Thank you.
Who is talking? That's not Sister Kemi Tuta. That's her daughter.
Sorry, Jerry. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. Okay, my younger self, maybe I will start the journey earlier than now. And
Which journey?
The journey of life.
Which journey? Which journey are you starting?
I don't even know which journey now.
That's
Nice. I will beat you. Okay, maybe I will start. What would I advise myself? Okay. Maybe I don't even know. The journey generally. Should I just do the journey? Everything. Maybe I will start earlier than now. And
what journey? Parenting journey, relationship journey, school journey. What journey do you want to start earlier?
Okay, should I say? Okay, maybe parenting journey.
Parenting journey. You would have started earlier. Okay. No worries. Itoha, what advice would you give to your younger self? This question is coming for everybody. So if you've not been called, you will be called.
Thank you. To my younger self, I'll say trust God more.
Trust God more. Okay.
In His timing.
And His timing.
Seek advice from those who are experienced, and before seeking those
Sorry, your voice tailed off, so we didn't hear the last part of
that. Is not. I'll just use this word like advice you are seeking from an experienced person. The person should not be a basket mouth, like someone who cannot keep secrets. So those are some of the advice or some of the things I'll tell my younger self. Trust God more, seek advice from someone who is older and well experienced and knows how to control his or her mouth. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much. That's very deep. Very, very deep. Mommy Ayedo, please, what advice would you give to your younger self, ma? Mommy Ayedo, you're muted. What advice would you give to your younger self?
Be focused on your life,
Be focused on your life. Okay. Thank you.
on what you want to do, and on God.
Be focused on your life and on what you want to do. Thank you for that, ma'am.
And
Lara,
going from there,
you said
I
what?
will say, and going from what your mom said,
Okay.
I will say, get on and do what you could do today instead of postponing it to tomorrow. Is it clear? What you could do today, get on and do that and stop postponing it to tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. Eniola Adams, what advice will you give to your younger self? Kindly unmute yourself.
I've omitted myself, oh, my younger self. Oh,
Summarize.
I think my thoughts are juggling now. My thoughts are juggling.
Okay.
Quite a number of things. Let's leave it like that. Let me still learn from others. Let me keep learning.
No, you have something to say. Even if it's one thing, say one thing. If it's two, say two. Let's hear your contribution.
Don't box me yet. Let me attend to what I'm attending to. Please, don't box me yet. My thoughts are juggling.
Your thoughts are juggling. What does that mean?
Which one should come first? Which one should I say first? Which one to actually preside over
Say
the other?
one. Just start from somewhere.
And God loves you. And your time will come. Maybe
yes.
that.
Yes.
Maybe
So
that.
that is a very powerful one that you want to tell your younger self that God loves you. And that's what?
And that my time will come.
And that your time will come. That's a beautiful one. That's a very, very beautiful one. AKD Sachs. Okay, he's just joining us. Someone has taken permission because they're on another call. Vivo Y21. Who is that? Please, who is that? Tell us your name, please, and what you would tell your younger self. Vivo Y21. Tell us your name and what you would tell your younger self.
I'll tell my younger self that no matter what happens in your life, keep moving.
No matter what happens, keep moving. What is your name, please?
Number 2, Olufunke.
Okay.
Number 2, I'll tell my younger self that you don't move forward by sitting down. You move forward by taking a step.
Yes, that's very powerful. Very, very powerful. Thank you for that. AKD Sachs, welcome. What advice will you give to your younger self? AKD Sachs, please unmute yourself. Okay, maybe he's busy. Olanike Eniton, what advice will you give to your younger self? Olanike Eniton. What advice will you give to your younger self? Have we gone around everybody yet? We can't hear you. Are you speaking? Olanike Eniton. What advice will you give to your younger self? No, we haven't gone around everybody. Lara, please kindly unmute yourself. What advice will you give to your younger self?
So the advice I would give my younger self is I know God's plans are not my plans. So, but I would have loved to start the parenting journey earlier than now. Not that I'm struggling, but maybe I would have loved to have grown-up kids by now. So that's one. Two is to know what I want and go all the way for it.
Okay.
And never to give up on my goals. And this goes all the way back to when I was in secondary school. So, and for me to stop procrastinating, I procrastinate a lot. So that's one thing I would have told my younger self. Stop procrastinating, do what you need to do and do it now. And also that whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well.
Yeah.
So I think that is some of the things I would have
told your younger self. That's very, very powerful. And so with that, we will start talking to our mystery guests, starting with our last speaker. And we'll just be inviting her to take the floor. Okay, can we see your face at all? Lara, can we see your face? Yes, we can see your face, your beautiful face. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Yeah. So the way the mystery guests go, we want you to introduce yourself to us in like 2 or 3 minutes, however you choose to introduce yourself. And then after that, we would ask you some questions. You're acting like you're shy. I don't think you're
I'm
shy.
very shy.
I've seen you before. You're not shy like this. So. And this is virtual. We are not even seeing in person. I do like this. I don't know what to say.
Started, you know I'm shy. Okay.
Anyways, good to have you. Okay, so introduce yourself to us and then we'll
So
take.
my name is Lara. I'm 39 years old. I got married to an Igbo man, a loving man, which is one mistake I did not make. And I bless God for that. I'm a nurse. I qualified back in Nigeria. So I came to this country in 2007 just to pursue my career and to further my education. And so I got married in the process, and I started working as a registered nurse here some few years back. And I have 2 beautiful boys. I used to work in renal transplant before, but now I do most of my shifts is bank and much flexible. So I work mostly in A&E now. And I think that's it really. So maybe what else? What else?
Where are you from?
I live in Manchester as well.
Okay.
Manchester. I live in Manchester. So I work in one of the hospitals here, MRI.
Okay.
And I said I have 2 boys. They are 10 years. And the younger is 7, going to 7 years.
Okay.
Quite troublesome. Quite but I love traveling.
Good.
I love meeting new people.
And you cannot say you're shy then. No?
I'm very shy. I forgot to say that. I'm very shy. I'm not a public speaker, but I'm tough. it was when I became a nurse here that I knew that. So some people walked up to me and said, Lara, with how crazy this place is, how can you remain calm? I was like, what am I going to do? As long as no patient dies, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So that's the most important thing. I think I remain calm in the face of adversity.
That is
God
awesome.
has given me a very good husband, a wonderful partner. So I'm a cry baby. Forget that. Forget that. This one is married with 2 kids. I cry a lot.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll just say I'm very soft. Once
Okay.
you annoy me, or once I annoy you, or if I want to tell you something, I'm very teary. Then I just let me
Okay.
that. I'm very teary. But at times I stand up for what is right. Depends on whatever it is. So my husband tells me that anytime my boys are crying, they'll tell you that this bad gene, you took it from your mom. Why are you crying now? I might not cry there, but when I come home, I cry, I run to my husband and I start crying. What is it again? So I'm very teary. I don't really know how to make friends, but the few friends I have, I keep them. So I've got very good friends who can go, several miles for me, right from secondary school. So I will not say that I have plenty friends, but the few friends I've got, they are good ones that I can rely on. And God has really been, good to me in that area. So that's it.
Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. That's a lot. You have packed a lot into what you have said that a lot of people can learn from. And that's what the meet and greet is about. It's about us gleaning from you passively. So maybe there's someone here that is a crybaby. They don't know that there are people like them that exist in the world. But it's good to know that you're strong and you're doing a great job with the NHS and saving lives every day. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so now that you're on the hot seat, I'm sure some people would want to ask you questions. So who has questions for her? Anybody have questions for her? Please raise your hand. Let them not be hard questions. We wouldn't want her to have a teary episode here. Yeah. So let's ask her questions. Don't let the seat be too cold for her. Let us warm it up for her, please. Yes.
Can you tell us what attracted you to your husband?
Oh, okay. So right from when I was in nursing school, I've always dated medical doctors, or not, let me say medical students. So after my last relationship, before I got married, I told God, I said, I don't want to marry a doctor. I want to give me anything, give me a lawyer, an accountant, somebody from another medical field. So I was in Luton, and I was in University of Bedfordshire then. And I had a friend that lives in Aberdeen. So my husband was coming from Nigeria and was going to Aberdeen as well, University of Aberdeen. And then he got stranded at the airport. I think he missed one of his flights. So there was no way, and it was a winter period. There was nowhere for him to sleep. And it was a JJC. So that my friend in Aberdeen now called me and said, oh, I've got somebody that that is stranded. If you could just please help, even if it is for him to just pass the night. And I said, okay, that's fine. So the person came. I vacated my room because I think I rented just one room. I was a student. I just vacated my room. I went to a friend's house. And when he came, I was like, okay, I made him, I know I said so because I think his card got blocked. I got another traveling bag just for him to, travel back to Aberdeen. And the second time again, he missed his flight. And that's the second time I was already on my bed. This is my bed that I've missed for a night. And then my friend called again. I said, oh, like he has missed his flight again. I was like, do you mind hosting him again? I was like, oh dear. So I had to vacate my room again the second night.
I don't know what was intentional.
I don't know. I think it was just God.
No. I think it was designed. It was designed. Something was supposed to happen the first time, didn't happen, so it was a repeat.
I think God just orchestrated everything because I'm not. No, I was coming from Nigeria and I don't go to clubs. Nursing students, you don't go to clubs. Once you finish, you just go to work and then you come back home. So I was just like, where am I going to get someone from now in this UK that is cold? You don't go out. I'm not a club person, church and, church girl. So anyway, he came, got started the second time. And then when it finally traveled back to Aberdeen, we just started talking just on a normal level. How are you? Oh, thank you very much. And then it's graduated from there. And then
that was that. The rest is history.
And I can't thank God enough. I tell you, I said, if I had married a Yoruba man, hey,
what would have happened?
Looked at me, I don't know. But God looked at me and said, this is what fits you. So I think God just blessed me for the past, relationships, and God looked at me well, even if you are anywhere, even if you are anywhere, I'll still be your God, whatever you want. Because then I was like, I'm coming from, where I had so many friends to UK, where I don't have, lots of friends. And the course I was doing, of course, is a nursing course, so it's more of a female course. And I don't go out. I was like, where am I even going to see someone to settle down with? And that person actually walked, God did away. And that person walked to me and, and God sorted everything out. And it's just been an amazing journey ever since then.
That is awesome. That's awesome. And that's why it's good to be hospitable. You are hospitable the first time, hospitable the second time. There are a lot of lessons to learn from that. That is good.
That was how I met my partner. And he's a doctor as well. So
yes, God didn't answer that one.
I said, oh no.
Not another doctor.
Not another doctor, but
yeah.
Planning these things.
That is good. Can you tell us of one challenging moment in your marriage and how you overcame it? Or there has been no challenges?
Lots of challenges. Well, I would just say, marriage will humble you. When you get married, it will humble you. No matter how you say that, I'm an angry person, I don't tolerate this, I don't tolerate that. When you come into marriage just, I would say my husband is a quiet person, but quiet people too, they could be, they could be stubborn, they might not say everything in their mouth, but you just have to, read them. And one of the challenges I had was because he's a quiet person, I had to, when I'm with my friends, you know that I'm a very chatty person. I love to, play. I love rough play and things like that. But when you do have my husband, even if you tell him a story, this is what happened at work from morning till night, he might not say anything. So I had to tune down to, what really sets him, and politics, football, and things like that. So those were one of the things that I actually used to, get him talking. But there was a particular one that I really offended him. And that was the very first time that, I went. I'm not the kind of person that, would kneel down, would say, this and this and that. And for the very first time, my husband did not even take my plead when I went to say sorry to him. And that was when I knew, like this time around, you've crossed your boundaries. And thank God for beautiful people that I have around me. There's one of this platform as well that I just ran to and I went to say, what should I do? I begged my husband, though. My husband did not take my plea for the very first time. What should I do? So I think the people you run to in some certain situations matters too. I thank God for this beautiful soul. She welcomed me, she advised me, this is what to do, this is how to do, because I don't even know what to do, because my husband has not really, gotten so hungry that before I even say sorry, he would have come, but this time around, he did not. I was like, for him not to like, so I knew, I first talked to God. I said, God, what should I do? Where should I go to? I don't want to involve my parents. I don't want to involve my in-laws. Now, what should I do? Where should I go to? So it was just God that just said, well, maybe you should run to this person. Maybe this person will advise you on what to do. Anyway, I run to this, like I said, run to this beautiful soul, and she advised me on what to do, and I did it, and it ended well. So I would say, you need God in marriage. I thought it would be like, to be rosy, everything will be fine. He's married, my husband doesn't talk so much, but it comes with its challenges. And one thing is, without God and without good people, it's very, very difficult to navigate. So I think those were one of my challenges that I had. I had someone that was able to advise me, in a godly way, and actually prayed with me as well. So
that is awesome. Thank you for sharing with us. Because sometimes we hear all the rosy stories, we don't hear the ones that are not so rosy. But we know that in every circumstance, God is faithful. Yes. And he sends good people our way. And we too, it's a good thing to surround ourselves with good people. So that's awesome to know. Anybody have some more questions for our beautiful Lara?
When you told your parents you want to marry somebody that is not from your tribe, how do they feel?
Funny enough, when my husband came, when he asked me out, I had 3 other people. I had 2 other people. So I didn't really want to. I don't know. I just didn't want to. There was one that I met that was like love at first sight. I just saw him and I just loved him. That was when I traveled back home for my dissertation. There was nothing. It was just like that. And there was one that was a secondary school mate. So I was like, but when I told my mom, my past relationships, my mom met my other, my other boyfriends, and she was not really so keen on them like that. But as soon as my mom heard just the name, my mom just fell in love with my husband. Straight away. Yeah, she had not even really, met him. And meeting him was just jam on bread. Let me just put it that way. So they, they never had problem with it. So also my in-laws. My mother-in-law is like a mom to me as well. In fact, she understands Yoruba because my husband is not, I will say that he is Igbo abroad. Certainly, now. My husband is Igbo abroad. So I think they gave birth to him in Lagos. He went to UCH. He served in Abeokuta. Then what else? He worked in Lagos. They rarely go home. So they understand Yoruba. If you hear
the Yoruba man now.
It's a Yoruba man, that's what I'm saying. They still speak Igbo, not that they don't speak Igbo, but So even if you hear the mom speak, you would think the mom is a Yoruba woman, or she's Igbo. So they are all Igbo, but they just understood so I cannot gossip, or I cannot cannot say something in Yoruba because my husband will understand. So my in-laws never had problem with it, and so also my family. So tribe was never an issue right from day one.
That's good. That's awesome. How do you encourage your children to remember their roots, considering the fact that you live in the diaspora?
So we always talk about Nigeria. We always talk about Nigeria all the time. So at times when they say, where are they from? I say, you are from Nigeria, I'm from the United Kingdom. Though they've not managed to go home, because we've been planning to take them home at least to see how Nigeria is. And so, but because of all these problems still going on, we've not managed to do that. And another way is, at times, my husband doesn't speak Igbo, except with his family. So he never speaks Igbo to them. And once in a while, I try to speak Yoruba to them. At times they take it as a joke. At times they learn some. It is the bad ones that they learn quickly. Or discipline. We tend to to enforce that in the way we were brought up. Not to, we just balance it. It's balanced. Then anytime my in-laws comes around, especially my mother-in-law, she talks to them. This is how we do it back home. This is how your daddy does it. This is how your daddy was when he was growing up, and things like that. And in Nigeria, if you had done this is what would have happened to you. And so my mother-in-law has that time of spends time a lot with them, and talk to them about how discipline is, diaspora, and how one day they would come. They're really looking forward to go, to traveling to Nigeria. And at times when they waste food, we tell them that there are people in Nigeria that don't have this kind of food that you're wasting. So they tend to learn from those little ways that we tell them that being here is just a privilege. When you go to Nigeria, you see the other way of life. You see how we grew up. You go to a school and you see how we're disciplined while we're in school, and things like that. It's just the little way we can do. There's really nothing we can do, because I don't think I've been to Nigeria since my marriage, which was in 2012. So I've not gone back. So it's just my family's coming and going, and so the little they can, they do. And I think that's how we just keep things balanced for now.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Do you have something that you would like to tell singles or married people?
I want to ask her a question.
Okay, you want to ask her a question? Yes, please ask her.
Yes, you said I've been enjoying your story. You said you are an exact opposite of your husband when it comes to speaking. So how do you relate to your husband, who's an extreme introvert, and you are an extrovert? So how are you able to balance up with him?
So what I usually do is, at times I'll poke him. I'll say, with all the stories that I've said, all you have to do is okay. Which one is okay? What do you have to say to it? So ahead, I will now prompt him to talk. At times, I just, I love rough play at times. So if I go to him and I think that maybe he's too quiet, or I just go around and then I start, start playing rough until leave me alone and things like that. And then he start talking. And then I time my heart, what happened at work? Did you have a good day? So I tend to say, what happened? Because if my husband should go out this afternoon, I say, and maybe let's say, for example, saw Sister Temi along the road. My husband will not come home and tell me, I saw Sister Temi. Oh, she said that I should say hello to you. He won't. So some of our family friends, they will say, I saw your husband. My husband did not tell you. I saw your husband in Aldi. Even my husband will not, they will never come home and say, I saw this also person. So it's like that. So many things I hear from outside, not in the house.
Madam, can I ask a question?
Sir?
I want to ask a question, please. Sorry to interject you there.
Yeah, that's right.
Why that, if I may ask?
It just doesn't see any reason. So, it just doesn't see its importance. So,
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
the man thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's just not important. So, and if I see Sister Temi outside, the first thing I will jump at, I just saw Sister Temi, around this. We talked for a while, but my husband will never say, Sister Temi. So many times, some of my friends, they'll say, I saw your husband at work, this and this at time. And we talked a while. I told him to say something. My husband will not come home and say it. So that's how he is generally. But like I said, if I want to relate with him, rough play, at times I talk football. I tend to like football. So I tend to know what's going on in the football world. Then politics, he likes politics. So anytime we hear that, did you hear something happened in this and this and that? Did you hear what Tinubu just did? Something like that. So he will talk. So that's how I get him to talk as, And I think that's it. I just look for what he likes, and then and if he doesn't want to talk, he will still not talk. We talk from morning till night. He will not talk. So I'm not as chatty as I used to be. I'm not as playful as I used to be because of his personality. So I've mellowed down a bit as well.
I know it's rub up on you, I know.
Yes. So most times when Statemi tells me to talk, I tend to run away. Or tell me to say anything, I'm not much of a speaker anymore. Well, I like, being, and even this country too, you just find yourself being, just being to yourself. That's it, really.
Yes, there's a lot of mind your business in the diaspora.
Business,
so that's why I think we talk a lot more in Nigeria to each other generally. And we have a lot more connections.
Yes.
We have to make do when we are abroad.
Yes.
Be deliberate about those connections. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. If we don't have any other questions, we would allow you to give us your final words to the house.
So my final word to the house is, marriage is not easy. I knew that marriage is not easy when I walked into it. But with God, there's nothing God cannot do. With perseverance, know when to say sorry. Me, I don't know. In fact, I don't know how to say sorry. I don't know how to say sorry. It was in this marriage that I learned how to kneel down and say, I'm sorry. And for the mere fact that I knelt down, I said, I'm sorry, and my husband did not take it. That was when I knew I was in trouble. I knew I was in a big trouble. So I learned in marriage to learn to kneel down. So when people say, I cannot kneel down, I cannot. Marriage will humble you. So I knelt down, I learned to kneel, and I learned to say sorry. I learned to, some little things that he manages to say. I take them on board and I work on them. So perseverance and God, and just clinging on to God. That's what I would just say. It's not easy, but it's doable. It's what you can do. And one thing is, learn from mistakes. There's no how marriage is. There are so many things that at times I just, why did you do this? Why did you do that? So I tend to learn on them, and I tend not to even never try it again. So I learn from my mistakes. So that's all I have to say, actually.
Thank you so much. That is awesome.
And Timmy, can I just respond to something?
Yes, you can respond.
Okay, ma'am. All right, madam. I would say
Barrister.
they're a good person, man.
He's a
From
good
all what you
person.
said, you're a good person. You have a good heart, and God will bless your marriage. God will bless you. God will bless your children.
Amen.
But
Amen.
my humble advice to you, ma, is know your husband more. Try and get to know your husband more. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It's a journey. It's a journey. They are still knowing each other. Even she
Yeah,
that
my
is
point
talking.
exactly. But try and know,
Yeah.
try and be intentional about that, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much for agreeing to be one of our mystery guests today.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. I can
Thanks for
see
having me.
you've gotten back to your chatty self. You're now looking directly at the camera. You have recovered yourself to your normal mood. We're happy about that you're now comfortable with us. God bless you.
Default setting.
And love to the children and your husband as well. We appreciate him for taking good care of you. I'm sure you will deliver the message.
I will.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, our second mystery guest, Mr. Ajayi Oluwaseun. Where are you? Let us see you. Let us see you. It's your turn now. You can unmute yourself and let us hear your voice. It's your turn. There you are. Okay, we can see your face. You're unmuted. You're still muted though. You need to unmute yourself. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Can you introduce yourself to us in 2 minutes?
Oluwaseun Ajayi.
Okay.
I work as a musician, keyboard player.
Okay.
What else? I'm 36 years old.
Okay.
What else? What else?
Any other thing you want to tell us about yourself now? Where are you from? Where do you live?
Oh, I'm from Abeokuta, Ogun State. I live
Okay.
in Lagos. I've lived all my life in Lagos.
Okay.
So I've never been to my hometown, but I used to hear my dad say I'm from Abeokuta, Ogun State, So, what else? From a polygamous family. What else?
Okay.
I think that's all, Sha.
That is all. Okay. No problem. I'm sure you have more to say, but you have given us a very short introduction. We are waiting for questions. And I'm sure we are able to give you questions now.
From every angle.
From every angle to make the seat a hot seat for you.
Please don't let it be too hot.
We'll try our best.
God. Okay.
Are you married or are you single? Let's start from there.
Single.
Yes.
Single.
Okay.
Yes. I'm
Can
married.
you tell us about any relationship you've had and why it didn't work?
I've had several relationships, but
Okay.
I've learned so much lessons and not happy things they work out though, but it was just meant to be like that.
Okay, so what are the lessons that you learned? Can you share some of them with us?
Trust issues. I think is the main thing, and being honesty as well. I learned a lot, but I really learned so much, and I've been able to adapt and cope with things like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So what are the 3 most important qualities you are looking for in a future spouse?
big. I just want someone with a good heart. A
Some
good heart
that. Any
for the
other
future.
thing?
Yeah. Mm. I'm someone who doesn't really like um to wish for things, you know. I just want things to, because in the past, one thing I've observed again is I wish for so many things, but they don't come to pass or work, you know. So it's better to just live life the way it comes, you know. Yeah.
Are you trying to say it's not good to wish for something? If you want to,
Of
you
course,
want a model, you want someone that looks like a model, why not? They are available,
of
they
course,
exist.
of
Eh?
course, people wish and wishes come to pass, you know.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of wishing for things, you know. It's not really my thing. But reason is because I learned a lot. I learned a lot, and I it's not things that I really like to talk about. But so I think I got used to not wishing for anything, just live life the way it comes, you know. Yes. Do
Okay.
you
But
understand? Yes. Yeah.
I understand what you mean. But as Christians, there is this verse that says, delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. It means you are allowed to have desires in your heart. Yes. You are
Yes,
allowed
yes.
to have desires in your heart that God is. So if you
Yeah.
don't wish for anything, it means anything can come and you would accept it.
No, 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 no. Anything can come. Yes.
We don't want anything. We want something great, something beautiful.
Anyhow thing can come.
We
But
don't want
we all
anyhow.
wish for the best. I just wish for
Yes,
the best. Yes.
yes, we should wish for the
We'll put
best.
it like that. Yes.
Good. And you
So
said you play the piano, keyboard,
yes. Yeah, I play the keyboard, the piano, yes.
any other instrument,
Play the sax. I play all instruments except the trombone or the trumpet. Yes.
and the
So
drums.
every of course I start with the drums, yes.
I see. That's
The church.
wonderful.
The church, yes.
Can you play us something?
Right now.
Yes,
Okay.
why not?
Okay, let me play some church songs
Just play us
for
one.
for everyone to listen, you know.
That would be good.
Ẹjọ́ táyé ń pè yín lọ,
Yes.
Jehovah. Ẹjọ́ táyé ń pè yín lọ.
Yeah.
Pè yín lọ, Jehovah. Ẹjọ́ táyé ń pè yín lọ. Ẹ lágbára, ẹ tóbi jù, ẹjọ́ táyé ń pè yín lọ. Ẹ lágbára, ẹ tóbi jù, ẹjọ́ táyé ń pè yín lọ. I think
That's beautiful. What about the ones that you play at work? Play one of those ones
Ah,
for us.
ah, Fela's music, Femi Kuti's
Yes.
music.
Yes.
You know, most people don't really listen to. Do you mind?
I don't mind. Let us hear it now.
Okay. Okay, so
We might not know it, but at least we can enjoy
okay.
the melody.
Yeah, Bariba. Yeah, 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 Bariba. Yeah, 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 Bariba. Yeah, 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 Bariba. Bariba. Yeah, yeah. If you call a woman, African woman, no good thing. She go say, I be with you.
That's a
Man,
oldie.
very,
Oldie.
very, very, very. So, yeah,
Thank you
world
for
song, yeah.
thank you for playing that for us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so do we have questions from the house for Oluwaseun Ajayi? Yeah.
Okay, I would like to ask you, what's the relationship with God like?
Uh-huh. Did you hear the question?
No, I didn't get that.
She said, what is your relationship with God like?
Ah, believe God. Can you hear me?
Eh? No, we didn't hear
My
you.
my relationship with God, right?
Yes, that's the question.
Uh, so my view about religion is very different.
Okay. Yeah, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Kindly unmute yourself. You're muted. You're muted. I don't know why. Okay. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you again now.
Yeah.
Yes.
My relationship with God is I like it to be personal because it's a one-on-one thing with God, But my thinking about religion, changed totally, totally. And the main reason.
Hello?
I
It's
feel
frozen, I
changes
think.
because
You're
Internet
muted
slow.
again.
I think it's frozen. It's not muting.
Kindly unmute yourself.
The internet is slow. I think it was frozen.
Yeah. I'm sure he would unmute himself again. So I hope we're all enjoying tonight's discussion.
Yes.
Yeah, he sent me into
Sorry,
a nostalgia,
there was a
childhood
question I missed at
nostalgia.
that time.
You said what?
The
Send me
question
into
you
a
asked me that time.
childhood nostalgia by playing that fella song.
Hello?
Hello? You said what,
I
Danike?
said I missed the question you asked at that time. I think I got logged off that time. The question you asked during this question.
Oh, I've asked him a lot of questions. I
No,
asked him
no,
to
no, not
play
him.
something.
No, not him. As in when we were having the first set of discussion, and you asked what advice would you have a younger you or something like that.
Okay. I think it should be on the chat.
Okay, I was logged out then, so I couldn't.
Okay, you mean you couldn't contribute your own quota? Is
Yes,
that
I
what
couldn't.
you mean?
Yes, yes, yeah. That's what
Okay,
I.
we will come back to you then. We'll come back to you.
hello.
Hello? Can you
hear
unmute yourself?
me? Yeah. I did.
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. My internet, something happened. So
You're not very loud though.
can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, it's better now.
Okay. Something happened to my network, so
Okay.
I fixed it back. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yes. So like I was saying, my thinking about religion changed totally because it is one of the things the rulers of the world, they use to divide the people against themselves. And so I just felt there was no need.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
It's better.
Yeah. So I just decided to take religion not too serious, not to, you know, not to be too serious. Yeah. Yes, let me just put it like that.
Okay.
But I have a personal relationship with my creator, my God. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you believe in going to church then?
Yes, I do go to church.
To church.
But I'm not a regular in church. Yes.
Okay.
I have to be honest. I have to be very honest. Yes.
I see. Okay. It's good that you say you have a personal relationship with God, because that's the main thing, really.
Yes. Yes.
We need God to know us and we to know God. That's very important.
True.
Yeah. Does anyone have a question for him?
Yes, you kept on saying you have learned a lot in the course of your relationship.
Yes.
Can you tell us 3 or 4 of the things you have learned in the course of your relationship?
Okay. So I learned that trust is a key thing in relationship. Without trust, nothing works. I learned I learned honesty. To be honest is another thing that doesn't have to be joked with. What else do I learn? I learned to be submission too. I think to be submissive is a key thing too. What else? What else? I think that I think those 3 for now, sha. But I learned and I see life and everything in another perspective. I think let me just say that 3 for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know your job carries you from place to place. Do you think you can settle down and have a relationship with how busy you are work-wise?
Okay, so my job, traveling from one place to the other, I think was, to be honest, is part of, or was part of the issues I had then. Not sitting down, traveling for 2 months, 3 months. It really. But I used to tell my partner then that I didn't have any other job, and for us to be able to feed, I have to work. And when I'm around, I create a lot of time. But when I travel, it's the least I travel is 1 month, and they don't always they are not always comfortable with that, and to cope with it. But to be honest, there's nothing I can do about it. And
But did you continue communicating within the 1 month?
Of course, we do communicate.
Okay.
Talk on the internet call, WhatsApp, but still things never worked. Even with all my best, I tried everything. Even though they did their own part too, to be honest, but the travel all over didn't make things work. And still, I'm still working. And
you're still working and traveling. So you have to find somebody that is going to adjust to your schedule.
And to tell me, I have a question.
Exactly.
Okay. So, all right. Someone has a question for you.
No. When is done? When is done? I don't think it's done yet.
I'm done.
You're done. Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening once again, my brother.
Good evening, sir.
You've been saying, or according to you, you said it didn't work. I'm sorry. I just want to know, just a clarification. Were you married before, or were you just in a relationship?
I was just in a relationship.
Okay. So you need
we tried to get married, but the thing just didn't work.
I can understand.
Okay. So based on the nature of your job and
yes.
factors you listed earlier, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. As I always say, broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. So I guess that one wasn't yours. Yours will come in Jesus' name. Don't worry.
Amen.
One lady used to say that statement then.
So don't bother yourself, my brother. Don't worry. Yours will come in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So, what advice do you have to give to single people or to us generally on the platform before you leave? Tell us your final words.
To single people.
Or to us on the platform.
To just be calm. Because
they should be calm. They should go and calm down.
Marriage is a. I've not experienced it before, but from what I listen to and what I read, I think it's a very deep something.
Yeah.
It's a very deep thing, and to just get into it, and so I'll just try to tell them to keep calm and just try to shadow and watch very well, so they don't
should watch
fall
very
into,
well.
yes, so they don't fall into
wrong hands.
Shall I call it a trap? Yes. So let me just put it like that.
Okay. They should be observant so that they don't fall into a trap. That marriage is deep.
Because
we
to be
agree
honest
with
with
you.
I read a lot on the internet, and I see people complaining. There's a page I used to follow on Instagram, and I'm just like, wow. So things like this are happening. So they should just watch.
If God does not watch for us, we cannot watch by ourselves.
True.
And in the middle of so many people having bad marriages, some people are having phenomenal and good marriages for many years, for that matter. So also decide what we are listening to as well. Because if we are always listening to what is going on, then we will be disillusioned and sad as well.
True.
Yeah.
True. I agree with that. Yeah. So
I think there's another hand up. AKD Sachs wants to ask you a question.
Okay.
AKD Sachs, go ahead. Kindly unmute yourself. AKD Sachs, you can unmute yourself.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was in the motor then, so I just get home now. So I thank God I can reach out to come in. Hello?
Hello, do you have a question?
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay. I have question for my brother.
Yeah.
With what I had said, you can play all instruments except horns. So my question is that, are you trained as musicologist, or you just have talent? That's my first question. And my second question is that, why not taking music as career?
That's his career.
That's my career. So the second question, music is my career. So the first question, I just have the talents. I had the talents from scratch. So I started from the church. I learned from the church. Yes, let me just put it like that. Yeah, so I think I've answered the question, right? Your question.
Okay, you learned from the church. So that's what gives you the access to play most of instrument.
Yes, I started with the piano and to the drums. No, I started with the drums and to the piano, to the clef, and I taught myself the saxophone, the guitar, the bass.
Talented. That is awesome. You're muted. You're muted. Hello. Hello. He's muted. Hello. So
I think it's his internet.
We don't hear you, sir. We don't hear you, sir.
He doesn't know that we can't hear him.
His internet keeps freezing.
We can.
Hello, have I answered?
No, we missed you because your volume went off.
Okay. So what I said was I started. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So I started from the church. I started with the drums, the clef, the piano, the guitar, and I taught myself the saxophone. And from there, I entered into the world. Like I said, most musicians we start from the church, and from there we get into the world. Let me just use that word. Yes. So, and that is it.
We need you back in the church. Did you hear that? We need you back in the church.
Yes.
Get back to your roots.
Yes.
Yes.
God will help us. Yes.
Amen. Amen.
Sir, we need you in the church. Oh. We need you in the church.
We'll be back. I'll be back. So, have I answered your question?
Yes, you have answered our question.
Yes.
May I ask one more question?
Okay, Theo.
It's just around your job, and I can understand that it's difficult to settle in one place and just get a stable relationship and eventually raise a family. I can understand that. But are you part of a band, or like you are a freelance sort of person, so you have to go from place to place?
Okay, so yeah, I work with a well-known musician in Nigeria, Femi Anikulapo Kuti. I'm his pianist.
Okay.
Yes, so I work with him, and I've been working with him for 17 years now. I also do my personal stuff. Yes. That is the main job I have. I work with my boss. Yes.
So how does your diary goes? I mean, let's take a month like that. Are you always on the road in a month, or 2 weeks you are at a stable abode and you are out for the next 2 weeks, or it just varies?
Yeah, something like that. So let me use like a year. In a year, so I'm always around maybe 5 months in a year. The remaining 7 months we use it to travel the world. So. But in between, we can go like 2 months, come back into the country, go another 1 month, come back. Like that. Yes. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, can't you? Will you not be allowed to be going with your wife if you are married?
No. Because people that are married, even in the band, they don't travel with even the boss doesn't travel with his wife. Let me just let me just use that term. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was my next question, but it has been asked already.
Okay, and even most ladies, they feel when you travel like that, you get to see different girls everywhere. So that is another trust issue. So.
Yeah.
But that's not a lie. That's not a lie now, my brother.
But what I'm trying to say is it's not what actually happens most times. Yeah.
Because you mentioned of your boss not going with his wife.
Yes.
The question I'm going to ask you is: does your boss does he have a wife?
So he has different women.
A girlfriend, not
that's
it.
Yes. Yes. So, like,
and sorry about this. Okay, I'm not gossiping or anything.
Nobody's gossiping.
In our childhood, we have this anecdote that the senior fella,
yes,
was in relationship with the female artist that featured on his band. Is that true?
Sorry, can you come again, please? Sorry.
I think that is beyond the scope of this meet and greet.
Okay, sorry.
So, yes.
Sorry about that.
Okay, sorry.
For purposes
So,
of
the senior fella.
knowledge, man.
The senior fella has gone to rest many years ago. Let him be.
No, but that's the real man, isn't it? That's the one we know.
That's
The
the
real
real
Yes.
In
McCoy.
Ghana. Yeah, the
That's
one
the
we
one
know
we
in
know.
Ghana. Yeah.
So,
Well known all over the world. Yeah.
yeah.
So big thank you to our mystery guests. It's about time that we round up now.
Okay.
They've had a good time on our meet and greet today. Thank you so much to our mystery guests, Lara and Seun, for gracing the occasion. It's lovely to have you. We've learned a lot from you. I didn't say what I would tell my younger self. I'll tell my younger self to not procrastinate, just do it. And as someone also said, do your best.
And leave the rest.
And leave the rest for God. Yeah. And I will travel more than I've traveled. Where is Enito? She wanted to say something. Has she dropped off? Olanike Enito, you wanted to say what you would tell your younger self. You can unmute yourself now and just tell us. Brother Sukome, welcome. There was a question we asked in the discussion. What will you tell your younger self?
Okay, what will I tell my younger self?
Yes.
My younger self to pursue that.
To pursue her dreams. Yeah. Any other thing?
What I would have said was when you said, but I should not procrastinate. Whatever they needed to do it now. And not
Do it.
tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you for that. Dr. Sukome Ajori, what will you tell your younger self?
What would I tell my younger self? I would just say that the path that I found very early in life, I know there is no coming back to this life in that sense. But if there is, like people will say, I would trust God that I find that path again and follow it because there's no regrets. I don't know why people say, what should I tell my younger self? I don't have any such thing.
I knew there will be. I know there will be somebody who will be different. You don't have anything to tell your younger self.
I don't know. It's really, I've had to tell a lot of people. Maybe some people might have made mistakes, but look, if you see the flip side of those mistakes, they were actually what God used as messages to make a message from your life. So there's no regret if you are still in Christ. There is all things always work together
for good.
I don't have any regrets, but rather I would say that path, I thank God I found it. And if I come back this life again, I trust him that I'll find that path again.
That is good. That's awesome. I think that is a good place to call it a wrap today. That all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. So big welcome to anyone who is watching the link for the first time. We had our meet and greet this evening and we met two amazing guests, Lara, Nwulia and Seun Ajayi, and they have really spoken from their hearts and we have learned from them, albeit passive, taking some nuggets away, and we thank God for them. You're welcome to join the group. Please reach out temitokwepraisingchild@gmail.com or through any of the link members. You might see it on statuses. You can still join us. We have a vibrant online group and we are preparing for a singles virtual meeting on the 1st of July. I hope we are all excited about it. It's going to be a fantastic meeting. So if you know any singles, ladies, gentlemen, please invite them. That is a meeting that we do not want to miss. And married people are welcome to pop in, but we are expecting singles mostly in that meeting. But it's going to be an awesome meeting. So we'll say our final words now that we always say our affirmations. I live in love. You can unmute yourselves now. I live in love.
I live in love.
I stay in peace.
I live in love. Peace.
I live in love. I stay in peace.
I live in love.
Stay in peace.
I shine my lights.
I shine my light.
I use my power.
And I use my power.
And I use my power. So help me.
So help me God.
Amen.
LP, so help